Good afternoon. This is All India Radio and I'm Anuja Kumar with the Midday News. The headlines. Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Kamal Nath resigns ahead of floor test at 2 p.m. today. 4 convicts in Nirbhaya gang rape and murder case hanged to death. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says justice has prevailed. Prime Minister calls for self-imposed Janta Curfew on Sunday from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. in wake of COVID-19 outbreak. China on the second successive day reports no new domestic COVID-19 cases. And in sports, Olympic flame reaches Japan. Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Kamal Nath resigned from his post today. He announced his resignation at a press conference in Bhopal. On the direction of the Supreme Court, Kamal Nath was to prove his majority in the Assembly at 2 p.m. today. More from our correspondent.
Governor Lalji Tandon has accepted the resignation of Chief Minister Kamal Nath. After the resignation of Kamal Nath, the way for the formation of BJP government in the state has been cleared. Earlier, Kamal Nath had announced his resignation in the press conference even before the floor test. Kamal Nath was the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh for about 15 months. Sanjeev Sharma, AII News, Bhopal.
4 convicts in Nirbhaya gang rape and murder case were hanged to death at Tihar jail in Delhi early this morning. They are Pavan Gupta, Vinay Sharma, Akshay Thakur and Mukesh Singh. The executions were carried out after the convicts exhausted every possible legal avenue to escape the gallows. The Delhi High Court and the Supreme Court last night dismissed a last-minute plea by the convicts, paving the way for the execution. Nirbhaya, a paramedic student, was gang-raped by 6 men in a moving bus in southwest Delhi in December 2012. This is for the first time that 4 men were hanged together in Tihar jail. Another accused killed himself in jail, and the 6th, a juvenile, was released from a reformation home after serving a 3-year term. Reacting to the development, Nirbhaya's parents said that the execution will act as a deterrent for future criminals. They also thanked the Indian judiciary for doing justice to Nirbhaya and millions of women across the country. Speaking to newspersons, her father said,
न्याय का दिन है, सुरक्षा का दिन है, बहुत बड़ा दिन है। इस दिन को हम कितने भी व्याख्या कर लें, कम पड़ जाएगा। निर्भया को आज न्याय मिल गया, हम खुश हैं।
On hanging of Nirbhaya convicts, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said justice has prevailed. In a tweet, the Prime Minister said it is of utmost importance to ensure dignity and safety of women. He said the Nari Shakti has excelled in every field. The Prime Minister added, together, people have to build a nation where the focus is on women empowerment, where there is emphasis on equality and opportunity. Law Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad today said all those involved in the most reprehensible crimes, including the Nirbhaya gang rape case, should be awarded capital punishment.
निर्भया को सही न्याय मिला है। अच्छा होता इसमें 7 साल की देरी नहीं लगती। कई मामलों में जब न्याय प्रक्रिया का लोग दुरुपयोग करते हैं, इसके बारे में भी सबको सोचने का समय है।
Women and Child Development Minister Smriti Irani said this is a message to all who think they can commit crimes against women and escape the law.
भले ही इंसाफ होने में देर लगी, लेकिन अंतोगत्वा इंसाफ हुआ। ये संदेश है देश में हर उस व्यक्ति के लिए जो दुस्साहस करता है महिला के खिलाफ। ये संदेश है हर उस अपराधी के लिए कि one day the law will catch up with you.
Now we bring you a report on the Nirbhaya case.
The horrific gang rape and killing of 23-year-old physiotherapy student prompted public outrage with street protests across India. The victim, called Nirbhaya, rose the public conscience and became a torchlight for the society to act against such evils. After the protests, the government changed its laws on crimes against women. Police arrested all 6 suspects within a week. In January 2013, the trial began. One of the accused committed suicide in prison in March 2013. A teenager who was 17 at that time was sentenced to 3 years in a juvenile correctional facility. In September 2013, the 4 suspects were found guilty of the gang rape and murder and were sentenced to death. Delhi High Court in March 2014 and the Supreme Court in May 2017 upheld the death penalty. Nirbhaya's parents remained strong and committed to their demand for capital punishment to the 4 culprits, and today justice was delivered. With Anupam Mishra, Suparna Bhatia, AIR News Delhi.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has announced Janta Curfew on Sunday in the wake of COVID-19 outbreak. It will be self-imposed and self-regulated and will be effective from 7 in the morning till 9 in the evening. He said no one should step out of their homes during this period except those in essential services. The Prime Minister was addressing the nation last evening in light of the coronavirus outbreak. He also urged the countrymen to thank people like doctors, medical personnel and cleaning staff for their service on Sunday at 5 p.m. The Prime Minister requested all the people to step out of house in the coming few weeks only if extremely necessary and work from home as much as possible. He also urged senior citizens above the age of 65 years to stay at home in the coming days. The Prime Minister said the government is taking all necessary steps to ensure supply of essential commodities. He appealed to the people not to go for panic buying. He added the government has decided to constitute a task force under the chairmanship of Finance Minister, which will interact with all the stakeholders. The Prime Minister said resolve and restraint are a must in order to contain the outbreak. Arunachal Pradesh government has barred all visitors from entering the state from tomorrow. In an order issued yesterday, the government said that all visitors, tourist, inner line permit stands cancelled with immediate effect. Chief Minister Pema Khandu in a tweet said that as precautionary measures, Arunachal closes its door to all visitors in view of COVID-19 pandemic. He said all inner line permit issued earlier stands cancelled. He said well-being of the people of the state comes first. In the wake of COVID-19, Kerala postponed all upcoming exams from 8th standard to 12th standard and all exams of all universities in the state. The new dates will be announced later. The decision was made by the high-level meeting chaired by Chief Minister in Thiruvananthapuram today. Talking to All India Radio News in an exclusive talk show, former Secretary General to Indian Medical Association, Dr. Narendra Saini, explained the precautions to be taken to prevent the spread of COVID-19.
चाहे वो सीजनल फ्लू है, चाहे वो कोरोना वायरस है, दोनों में ही सेम काइंड ऑफ प्रिकॉशंस है, वही लेनी है। वो प्रिकॉशंस क्या है? समय समय पर हाथ धोना, अपने आसपास की सराउंडिंग्स को क्लीन रखना, यदि आपको खांसी हुई तो दूसरों के ऊपर खांसे नहीं, टिश्यू पेपर है, कपड़ा है, उसको अपने सामने रखकर खांसे और उस टिश्यू पेपर को जो कूड़ादान होता है उसके अंदर डालें, क्योंकि यही टिश्यू पेपर हवा से उड़कर बीमारी कर सकता है।
The News Services Division of All India Radio in its bilingual live phone-in program today will bring you a discussion under Corona Jagrukta series. Dr. V.K. Paul, member Niti Aayog, and Dr. Dwarka Pandey, former Chief Medical Director, Railway Board, will participate in the discussion. Listeners can ask questions to the experts sitting in our studio on toll-free telephone number 1800-115767. You can also ask questions on telephone number 011-2331-4444 and post queries on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts by hashtag AskAIR. This can be heard tonight on FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 9:30 p.m. onwards. This program will also be available on our website newsonair.com and on our YouTube channel News on AIR Official. You can also follow us on the News on AIR app for updates. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, visit our News on AIR app and follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. You can also visit our website www.newsonair.com. Union Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan today assured the Lok Sabha that the government is in touch with every research that is going on with respect to coronavirus. Intervening a discussion during the question hour, the minister said that there are well-defined protocol and scientific advice on who to be tested for corona infection. He also said that India has conducted the first technical expert meeting in the ministry on February 8th itself.
We are focusing on our country right now. I can assure this House that we are in touch with everything that's going on the research front about this, and we are trying to use every good information for the best use of our countrymen.
Science and Engineering Research Board, SERB, of the Department of Science and Technology has invited proposals for developing new antivirals, vaccines and affordable diagnostics to COVID-19 and related respiratory-related viral infections. SERB, in a special call under Intensification of Research in High Priority Area scheme, has invited academic and research institutions to submit competitive proposals with a strong interdisciplinary component to focus on the development of affordable diagnostics, vaccines, antivirals, disease models, and other R&D to study these infections. Proposals may be submitted as per SERB IRHPA format by the 30th of March 2020 through the SERB online portal. Rajya Sabha Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu today announced that the House will commence at 2 p.m. on Monday, as many members expressed that they may not reach Delhi in the morning due to diversion of flights. He also said that there will be no question hour and 0 hour. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla also informed the House today that the House on Monday, the 23rd of March, will commence at 2 p.m. He added that there will be no question hour and 0 hour on Monday. China, on the second successive day today, has reported no new domestic cases since the virus was reported in Wuhan 3 months ago. Globally, the death toll from the virus has risen to over 9,800. Italy announced 427 more fatalities from COVID-19 yesterday, as it becomes the country with the most deaths due to the virus outbreak. The total death toll in the European nation, at more than 3,400, has crossed China's death toll of 3,245. The total number of infections in Italy has crossed 41,000. As the toll surged in Italy, Prime Minister Giuseppe Conte said the national lockdown in Italy would be prolonged to April 3rd. U.S. President Donald Trump has scrapped this year's in-person G7 summit set to be held in the U.S. from June 10th to 12th due to the COVID-19 outbreak. The White House said in a statement that he will instead hold the event through video conference. White House Deputy Press Secretary Judd Deere said that the summit was cancelled in order for each country to focus all of its resources on responding to the health and economic challenges of COVID-19. The US, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, and the United Kingdom are members of the G7. The Olympic flame arrived in Japan to a scaled-down welcoming ceremony today. The flame, enclosed in a special lantern, landed on a chartered flight at Matsushima Air Base. Amid speculation that the COVID-19 pandemic would lead to postponement of games, the chairman of the International Olympics Committee, Thomas Bach, said different scenarios were under consideration and the games were 4.5 months away. He added that discussion regarding the postponement would be premature at this stage. Back home, Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray today announced that his government has decided to allow 25% attendance of employees in state government offices. He said except essential services, all other offices, establishments will be shut till March 31st. Addressing people through Facebook Live, the CM clarified that the move is essential to decrease the inflow of people travelling through public transport. Stock markets surged today after a volatile early trade on hopes of an economic stimulus after Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced a financial task force to combat the coronavirus economic blow. The Sensex had jumped 1,233 points or 0.43%, or 4.3% to 29,521 a short while ago. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Kamal Nath resigns ahead of floor test at 2 p.m. today. 4 convicts in Nirbhaya gang rape and murder case hanged to death. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says justice has prevailed. Prime Minister calls for self-imposed Janta Curfew on Sunday from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. in wake of COVID-19 outbreak. China on the second successive day reports no new domestic COVID-19 cases. And in sports, Olympic flame reaches Japan. And with that, we end the Midday News.